There comes a time in every person's life when loneliness starts to feel heavy. You see others finding love, getting married, moving forward in life, and you wonder, when will it be my turn? You've made do well, you've stayed patient, you've avoided haram, but still it feels like nothing is happening. And maybe, deep down, you've even started to wonder, has Allah forgotten about me? But here's what most people don't realize. The right person does not come when you are impatient. The right person comes when you are ready. Allah is not delaying your love story to punish you. He is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when Allah intends good for someone, He puts them through tests. That means the waiting, the loneliness, the unanswered du'as, they all have a purpose. Because when the right person enters your life, you won't have to chase them, you won't have to beg for love, and you won't have to compromise your faith. Allah will send them at exactly the right time, and when that moment comes, you will see the signs, so watch until the very end. Because who knows, the one you've been praying for might already be on their way. Sign 1. You no longer chase love. You focus on becoming the right person. There was a time when love felt like something you had to search for. You looked at others who had someone, and you felt like you needed to find that special person too. Maybe you scrolled through social media, seeing happy couples, engagements and weddings, and thought, why not me? But then something inside you changed. You stopped chasing people who didn't value you. You stopped worrying about when your love story would begin. You stopped feeling like you were missing out because you realized something most people never do. True love isn't about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person. And when Allah sees that your heart is ready, He will send the right person at the perfect time. Allah says in the Quran, Surah An-Nur 24:26, good men are for good women, and good women are for good men. That means when you start improving yourself spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, you attract the kind of person who matches your growth. Instead of chasing love, you focus on strengthening your deen. Instead of looking for the one, you work on becoming the kind of person you'd want to marry. Instead of waiting for someone to make you happy, you find happiness in your connection with Allah first. And this shift, it's a clear sign that Allah is preparing you for something beautiful. Because real love, the kind that lasts, the kind that brings blessing, is not built on desperation. It's built on two hearts that are already complete with Allah before they find each other. And when that happens, you won't have to chase, you'll just have to be ready. Sign 2. You've stopped falling for temporary love. In today's world, love has been turned into a game. Relationships are built on looks, money, and temporary excitement, not on loyalty, trust, or faith. Social media floods our minds with false expectations of perfect couples, making it seem like love is all about grand gestures, expensive gifts, and unrealistic romance. And in the middle of all this, many people get caught in the trap of haram relationships. At some point, you might have been tempted to. Maybe you thought you found someone who understood you, someone who made you feel special. But in the end, it didn't last. The attachment left you broken. The love you thought was real turned out to be a distraction. But then something changed. You realized that real love isn't found in DMs, meaningless dates, or secret conversations. You saw how many people fall into haram relationships, only to be left with regret, heartbreak, and wasted time. You understood that if love is meant for you, it will never require you to disobey Allah to get it. And that realization, it was a sign that Allah is guiding your heart towards something better. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Isra 17:32, do not go near zina. Indeed, it is an immoral act and an evil way. This doesn't mean love is haram. Love is one of the greatest blessings in Islam, but only when it's done the right way. So, if you've reached a point where haram relationships no longer interest you, if you no longer waste time chasing temporary love, if you stop falling for the illusion of perfect romance, and instead focus on a love that is pure, loyal, and blessed by Allah, then know that your heart is being prepared for the real thing. And when that time comes, you won't have to chase love. Allah will place the right person in your life at the right time, in the right way. Sign 3. You're no longer impressed by fake love. You want something real. We live in a world where love has become a performance. People post pictures online showing only the highlights of their relationships, smiling, swinging hands, giving expensive gifts. But behind the scenes, many of these relationships are built on lies, disloyalty, and hidden pain. And for a long time, maybe you thought that was what love was supposed to be. You saw a couple showing off their goals on social media, and you felt like you were missing out. You watched movies and series where love was all about passion and excitement, but they never showed the reality of commitment, sacrifice, and faith. You saw people around you getting into relationships, and you wondered if you were being too strict by waiting for the right one. But now you see through all of it. You're no longer impressed by fake romance. You don't fall for meaningless attention. You no longer want someone just to fill the emptiness. You want something real. And this shift, it's a sign that Allah is protecting you from settling for something less than what you deserve. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "The world is a provision, and the best provision in this world is a righteous spouse." That means the best kind of love is not the one that looks perfect to the world. It's the one that brings peace, loyalty, and faith into your life. So, if you no longer fall for fake love, if you've stopped envying those who show off their relationships online, if you now want a love that is built on sincerity, respect, and the blessings of Allah, then know that your heart is being prepared for something real. And when the right person comes, it won't be about showing off to the world. It will be about building something meaningful, something that lasts, not just in this dunya, but for the akhirah. Sign 4. You have stopped rushing because you trust Allah's timing. There was a time when waiting felt unbearable. You saw people around you getting engaged, married, and starting families, and deep down, you felt left behind. You wondered if something was wrong with you, if maybe you weren't doing enough, or if maybe Allah had forgotten about you. And in those moments, Shaitan whispered doubts into your heart. Maybe you should just lower your standards. Maybe waiting for halal love is too difficult. Why not just try a relationship now? Maybe you're being too strict. After all, everyone else is doing it. But instead of giving in, you chose to trust Allah. You stopped feeling anxious about when love would come. You stopped trying to force something that wasn't meant for you. You stopped feeling like you had to keep up with the world's timeline, because you finally understood that love happens by Allah's will, not by society's pressure. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Ali Imran 3:54, "And they plan, but Allah is the best of planners." That means, no matter how much people rush into relationships, no matter how much society makes you feel like you're late, Allah's plan is always greater than what people expect from you. So, if you've reached a point where you no longer feel desperate, where you no longer compare your life to others, where you have truly accepted that Allah's timing is the best timing, then this is a sign that your heart is ready. Because the right person doesn't come when you rush. The right person comes when Allah decides the time is right. And when that moment arrives, you will realize that every second of waiting was worth it. Sign 5. You should focus on becoming whole before seeking another half. Many people believe that once they find love, they will feel complete. They think a relationship will solve their loneliness, heal their past wounds, and give them a sense of purpose. But the truth is, no person can complete you. Only your connection with Allah can. If you're still carrying deep emotional wounds, if you still feel like love will fix your insecurities, if you're seeking a relationship to escape your loneliness, then love will not heal you. It will only make you more dependent on another person for happiness. This is why, before you ask Allah to send the right person, you should ask Allah to make you the right person. Instead of looking for someone to love you, focus on loving yourself through self-respect and self-worth. Instead of waiting for someone to bring happiness, find peace in your connection with Allah first. Instead of expecting someone else to heal you, heal your heart through prayer, patience, and self-growth. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Whoever relies upon Allah, He is enough for them." That means you don't need another person to complete you. You need to be whole with Allah first. When you become emotionally, mentally, and spiritually strong on your own, then the love Allah sends into your life will not be out of desperation. It will be out of peace, barakah, and mutual respect. So if you feel impatient, if you feel incomplete, if you're waiting for love to fix something inside you, this is your sign to focus on becoming whole first. Because when love enters your life, it should not come to fill a void. It should come to add to an already strong foundation built on faith. And when you reach that level, that's when you'll be ready for the love that Allah has written for you. Sign 6. You should remember that love is meant for you, but in the right way. One of the biggest struggles today is feeling like you are meant to be alone. You see people in relationships, you hear about soulmates, and deep down you wonder, is there really someone for me? Or maybe, after facing so many disappointments, you've convinced yourself that love is not for you. But here's the truth. Allah has created us in pairs. Allah says in the Quran, Surah An-Naba 78 verse 8, "And we created you in pairs." That means love is not something wrong, nor something to avoid. It is something natural, something written, and something that can be one of the greatest blessings of your life. But like all blessings, it must come at the right time and in the right way. If you force it before its time, it will bring pain instead of peace. If you rush into it the wrong way, it will become a burden instead of a blessing. If you expect it to fix your life, you will be disappointed. Because true love is not about completion, it's about companionship. This is why Islam teaches us to wait for the right time, the right way, and the right person. Not through dating, not through chasing, not through desperation, but through patience, preparation, and prayer. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "When a servant of Allah marries, they have completed half of their deen." That means love is not just a desire, it's a responsibility, a commitment, and a spiritual journey. So if you ever feel like love isn't for you, remind yourself that Allah has already written your prayer. But that prayer will enter your life not when you demand it, but when you are truly ready for it. Because when love is sent by Allah, it won't make you compromise your deen, it will strengthen it. Sign 7. You are making dua with conviction, not just with hope. One of the biggest mistakes people make when asking for love is making dua without truly believing in it. They pray for a righteous spouse, but deep down they are filled with doubts. What if I never find the right person? What if my past mistakes make me unworthy of love? What if I have to lower my standards just to get married? And these doubts, they slowly weaken the power of dua. But here's what you must remember. Allah answers every sincere dua. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "When a servant raises their hands in dua, Allah feels shy to return them empty-handed." That means every time you ask for love in the halal way, Allah is listening. But the question is, do you truly believe in His response? Because the moment you start making dua with full conviction, trusting that Allah will bring you what is best, you will feel a shift. You won't feel impatient anymore because you trust Allah's timing. You won't compare yourself to others because you believe your love story is written differently. You won't feel the need to chase because you know that what is meant for you will never pass you by. This is when you know that you are no longer just hoping for love, you're preparing for it with full faith. So, if you truly want a love that is blessed, then start making dua with certainty, not hesitation. Because when Allah sends the right person, it won't just be an answer to your dua. It will be a reminder that He always had a plan for you. My dear brothers and sisters, if love hasn't entered your life yet, know that it's not because you are forgotten, it's not because you are unworthy, and it's definitely not because Allah is ignoring your du'as. It's because He is preparing you. Every delay, every heartbreak, every lesson, they were never punishments. They were signs that Allah was refining your heart, guiding your soul, and protecting you from what wasn't meant for you. Because when the right love enters your life, it won't feel like a battle. It won't require chasing, begging, or lowering your worth. It will come with ease, it will come with peace, and it will come with blessing. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Ar-Rum 30:21, "And He placed between you love and mercy." Indeed, in that are signs for those who reflect. That means the love that is meant for you will be one that nourishes your soul, not drains it. It will be a love that strengthens your faith, not weakens it. It will be a love that is written into your destiny, not forced by your desperation. So instead of asking, "When will love come?" ask yourself, "Am I preparing myself for it? Am I patient enough to wait for it the halal way? Am I trusting Allah's timing instead of society's pressure?" Because when Allah finally sends the one who is written for you, it won't just be a relationship, it will be a gift. Make the simple but powerful dua today. Ya Allah, grant me a love that brings me closer to you, protects my heart from what is not meant for me, a righteous spouse who will walk with me towards Jannah. If this message touched your heart, comment below, Ya Allah, or write, "What is best for me?" Your words might inspire someone else to renew their faith in Allah's plan. And don't forget, liking and subscribing costs nothing, but it helps spread reminders that bring us all closer to Allah. May Allah bless you, protect your heart, and grant you a love that is pure, blessed, and filled with His mercy. Ameen.